Welcome back to the TCL podcast. It's the new season, and I have with me the champion, the number one team from last year, at Fappy Baby, at Aaron One. It's Aaron. What's up, man?
How's it going? Yeah, happy to be here.
Are you happy that we're finally doing this properly? It's okay. You can tell the viewers what
Oh yeah, we did a whole hour, and I thought I had some good zingers in there, but now we got to redo it. So see how it
Now
goes.
you're coming out with me with some low energy, and I need you back here. We need to we got to be feeling good about this. Football's back. We're ready to go. Uh, yeah, I'm tired too. That was rough. So
Yeah,
just to
no, it
catch
happened.
everybody up, to catch everybody up, uh, me, your commissioner, is a savvy technologist and didn't understand that Aaron's audio wasn't working the entire time we recorded the first crack at the episode. So here we are trying number two.
That's why this
So
guy works for Dell, not
hopefully,
Apple.
yeah. Hey, you know what? I will take that. That's fair. But I am using some advanced level software apparently. So who's to
What the
say
internet tells us.
who's good at technology? But thanks for joining nonetheless. We'll make it a rapid fire episode. Hopefully to keep some good zingers in there still. So we'll straight into picking games this time. So we'll talk about the 6 games that you picked in the NFL and the 4 from the TCL. And then we'll wrap up with what that actually means for the future. My challenge, or I guess my bet that I made for myself for that one. Go over season awards, give everybody some props, and rag on some people for some mess ups last year, as well as this week. And then finish it up talking about week 2, maybe drop some final thoughts, and get out of here. So, without further ado, Aaron, first of all, congratulations on winning the Texas Champions League last year. I know that this was the only fantasy league you're in, but how did you do it? What do you think was your key to success? What do you attribute as being the number one or whatever top thing you helped you get there?
Just riding the waiver and setting my lineup every week. It's really, my game plan going in, trying to, pick up the best, player that I can that week. If I, have some unfavorable matchups, just kind of trying to definitely not, plugged into the matrix like Nick and Neushin and you are, So just doing what I can.
Yeah, I think everybody has their own way. I've known a lot of different fantasy ways that people do it in fantasy, but I thought you had I think I said this last year about your draft. Good solid draft, no nonsense draft. Just picked, hey, best player available. Sometimes in fantasy you need some good luck, got some good luck. So yeah, no, that one wasn't really meant to be any kind of dig or crap talking. That was just, hey, there's some props for a good season. So congrats there. Um, how'd you how did you like your outcome in week 1? Or how did you
Oh
feel about
man,
your outcome? I don't think you liked it very much, but
no, yeah, I think I scored like the second or third least points. So yeah, a lot of room to improve there. Hopefully Kessiel would come back this week, kind of dig me out of that hole. Uh, Also lost a tight end. No, I think I lost a running back. So out for the rest of the season, another
oh
Achilles tear.
yeah,
So yeah,
man, that
yeah,
I felt so bad for him when I heard that.
got some drafting to do. We'll see how it goes.
For sure, for sure. Well, just as a reminder to everybody in the league, Wednesday is waiver day, so put your claims in before you go to sleep on Wednesday night. So tomorrow night,
So Thursday
as it
morning
will.
is waiver, I guess.
It is Thursday morning, correct? So Wednesday,
Okay.
whatever, 2 a.m. The night of Wednesday night, Thursday morning, 2 a.m. Central Time is when that will go through. So just be aware. In some leagues, it's on Thursdays. Ours is on Wednesdays. So just FYI there. Okay, so let's jump into the picks. So for those that don't know, I laid down a gauntlet or challenge to the league. So every week I will have each guest pick 6 NFL games and 4 TCL games, not including their own. That's why it's only 4. For a total 10 games per week. Every week we'll tally up the picks that the guest makes as well as I make. And then it will be basically me versus the league this year to see who comes out on top. If I lose, I said this on the first episode and we didn't plan this, but now it seems way more planned. I will do a honorary first lap of the beer mile with the beer mile participant this year. I'll just go ahead and I'll even drink the beer, Aaron, just for you.
Oh man!
If I lose,
yeah.
If I lose, I'll drink the beer. 1 beer, 1 lap with the beer mile participant, just in the show of solidarity. Just because it's kind of commissioner I am.
Yeah. Honestly, that just sounds like a good time. You don't have to do the rest of it.
No, exactly. If anything, I recall Russell's first lap was really kind of impressive. If you think about it, it was like he like chugged a beer and like ran a lap in like 5 minutes. So
Yeah,
I'll probably just
the
drink a couple more as I watch. Yeah, you know what? I just thought of this. We can definitely have a prediction for who finishes in the beer mile, and I'll ask everybody. So if each week passes, we'll have who we think is in the beer mile running. So we'll pick 10 games, and as we pick them, we'll track who does the best. So league versus me. So let's go into the picks from this week. And this week we had a couple of big games and then a couple of medium games. But from the NFL side, we had the Chiefs and the Lions. First one on Thursday night, and we both picked the Chiefs, so we both lost that one. I know we talked about this already, but that was tough for the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, and then had Mahomes last year. He brought me the chip, and hopefully he doesn't bring Andy the chip. Hopefully he stays shitty all season.
Actually, it's funny. I think the last time Andy had Mahomes was like when he had kind of a crappy year, and I think they either lost. That's when they lost to the Bengals, I want to say, in the playoffs. So
yeah, but also he didn't set shit that year. So I mean.
I mean, you're not wrong, but that's a good point. On that one too, they did have Kelsey, which is always going to be tough. So having Kelsey in the next coming weeks, I think will be big for them. So we have the next one, and I'm going to change the order here because it's not in the spirit of keeping things dramatic. So next one was, I believe, Steelers 49ers. That was a noon game. And we both picked the Steelers. That was kind of a bad move.
Yeah. That one was kind of off the cuff. I feel like that was one of the last ones I picked. So I was just like, that one.
I sent you that one late. I think I bought into the Kenny Pickett hype and was really ragging on Brock Purdy, and he was like, "Yeah, you're fucking dumb." So that was
So
really
man,
good.
like going to Little Woodrow, I just hate San Francisco fans.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I know a San Francisco fan. We all kind of know a San Francisco fan at some point or another, but the San Francisco fans always like to remind you who they are, for better or for worse. But I will give a shout out to my one of my San Francisco fans, Joe Wise, who beat me in a different fantasy football league by over 100 points. So congratulations, Joey, for winning your Super Bowl.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah. So we both got that one wrong. Next one was Eagles Pats, which we both got right. We picked the Eagles, even though it probably hurt. Eagles played good. I thought they were going to lose at the end. I don't know if you caught the end of
Man,
that one. Did you see like how the Patriots
honestly, I'm
guy
just glad Devonta Smith delivered because I had him last year, and I was like, well, I'm gonna rock it again and
I
see what happens.
no, it's true. I think the Eagles are going to be really good again this year. Everybody who's like kind of doubting them, I think they're going to be okay.
Should be.
Yeah,
Yeah, looking forward to them in Dallas for sure.
yes, that would be a good one. I think they play again in December. I want to say, but
Ooh,
we'll
Christmas.
see. I'm really looking forward to Week 5 against the Niners, but that'll be a good test. But knowing the Cowboys are going to go 4-0, get you all excited, play the 49ers, and just get absolutely destroyed, and then everyone's going to be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, see more Cowboys, see more whatever." So we'll see there.
Yeah, you know,
All right,
then you realize the
oh,
hype train was really going to Auschwitz. Yeah.
oh, I think we're not live, although I will keep that one. But yeah, that one was that one's going to be a tough matchup for sure. I'll leave it at that. Next one was Broncos Raiders, and we had split here. So I picked the Broncos, and you picked the Raiders, who won. I know you said you didn't watch too much of this one, but what do you think about these two teams in general going into the season? Who do you think is going to be a better team?
Man, I really just don't want to hear Nick talk about Denver all year. So, you know, I'm hoping Denver just doesn't pan out.
Yeah,
Just gonna be real with it.
that. But no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I picked the Broncos to win, but as I was watching the game, I definitely wanted the Raiders to win. And Jimmy G looked pretty good, so shout out Jimmy G. So through that, I think the last two we both picked the Cowboys, of course, Cowboys, and they dominated. I think we were saying earlier, like I don't really know how to feel as a Cowboys fan. You're just like a victim of trauma constantly.
Yeah,
So
I
you're just like,
know.
I don't get excited. Like,
Yeah, you know,
cool.
like that's way too good of a thing to happen. Now, the shoe has to drop a little bit. Is kind of what I'm
Yeah,
waiting for.
yeah.
But
It's
also,
basically,
New York 0-3 on 9/11 is what it is.
yeah, that one. Hey, I will say, I made some other claims in the last episode, but in this one, I'm just going to come out right out with it. I may or may not have partaken in that DraftKings parlay. Just good. It was like a $3 bet. I was like, hey, we'll see. Yankees rained out when the Jets won, and then the Mets came up short. They had runners on in the bottom of the ninth, so that was the Mets. Tough one, but hey, we ride to live another day. Speaking of the Jets, that was the other one we picked, Jets Bills, and I picked the Jets and you picked the Bills. I think in retrospect, yours made more sense, but when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, did you immediately were like, yeah, there's no way the Jets are winning this game?
I mean, yeah, me like
Because
most other people, I was like, oh, there's game over, all right. But yeah, kind of wild comeback. So I love that bar story, by the way, that was like all over Barstool today about
the
bar tabs that would have been
that
picked
was
up
great.
or whatever.
Yeah, what worked out even better about that was that they like added the caveat, which I didn't catch at first, was that he had to start the game too. So it's like the one game that he did, everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna drink for free. It's gonna be awesome." And then they just all wasted at the end, like, so how did this happen?
Yeah, dude. Apparently they were running up tabs too.
No, there was one guy in the John Boy video. There was one guy in like a Sauce Gardner like Jets jersey, and he's just like, "Fuck yeah! Oh fuck, we're fucking New York Jets, baby!" And I'm like, this guy is just a random dude from New York and Wisconsin, like just going nuts. Yeah, he's probably like so happy to pay that $200 tab or whatever the hell it was. Okay, So that was the NFL. So through the NFL, I believe we were both 3-3. And then the TCL, that's where you separated yourself a little bit. So start with Andy and Maish. Andy and Maish, of course, a new rivalry as it's been we call that the Beer Mile Classic.
Oh yeah.
You picked Maish, I picked Andy. I believed in Andy, but it looks like Maish might be for real this year.
Yeah, we'll see. I went with Mice just because he's it ain't a rivalry if the other guy doesn't win at least one. So
Yeah, hey, yeah, that's a good point. Wasn't it? I believe last year, didn't Andy beat Maish to just immediately like get himself out of contention for the beer mile? Was that? Do I
yeah,
remember
I think it was
remembering that
like
correctly?
the like beer Myers Mile semifinals, I guess is what you call it. I don't know, but yeah, it
Yes,
just edged him
yes.
out. Maishin had like an okay season and just circled the toilet
No,
at
and
the end.
I'm looking at it now. Maishin had a 133 projection, and Andy had a 106 projection. Final score: Andy 134, Maishin 117.
That's in true Maishin fashion.
That is not the most beer mile thing ever.
Oh
Love a beer
man.
mile. Beer mile season is
Yeah,
really
I think
what I'm here for.
I said this earlier, but it was like the second year in a row that he was like in the the wow, what is it
Contention
called
for
again?
last the
Yeah, what was
toilet
it called the
bowl.
year before? The toilet bowl.
The, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So no, I'm rooting for Mice that he will be in the playoffs this year. Speaking of somebody from the playoffs, last year's runner-up, Nick, we both picked to beat Grant. Grant, big underdog in that one. In terms
yeah.
of
I mean,
uh,
all Knicks
I guess
has is sports
league. Yeah.
gambling and fantasy football and autism. So like something's got to give there.
Oh man, sorry, Nick. Yeah, we both believe in you, but you let us down, so really appreciate it. I mean, wish you would have done better, but thanks anyway. It's fine. Yeah, shout out to Grant too. He had a good team draft. McCaffrey did great. McCaffrey's going to be such a beast this year. It's going to be insane. But he also beat Nick with a quarterback that literally ruptured his Achilles 4 plays into the game and is now out for the rest of the season. So shout out to you, Nick. That's impressive. Next one was Taylor and Jory. And man, Jory really laid it on him.
Yeah,
I
we
believe
talked
he
about it a
used the
little earlier,
phrase.
but yeah, it was the injuries was kind of why I went against Taylor, just because he had a couple. You might pan out later in the season, but there were a couple people at week one, so I was like, yeah, probably not going to win.
I believe he will just because he has the pedigree of a fantasy. He's played fantasy for God, like 2 decades now, probably.
I just meant week one. I don't. Yeah, long season
No,
still
no, no,
has
no.
plenty of
I
room
know.
to go. Yeah,
But definitely, Jory's team is always pretty good. And last year, one thing that was kind of an anomaly is that happened to Jory last year, where he had a really solid team to start, and then like first 3 weeks, like ACL here, this guy's done for the year there. And I remember by the end of it, he was just like, "Man, I'm just packed up. I'm ready for next year." But I knew he was excited for this year just because I've seen Jory play. He's good too. So two good teams there. One had to lose, but you picked Jory,
yeah.
so you came out on top there.
I think Jory beat me like multiple times last year. Actually, I remember one for
Yeah,
sure
I
at the
mean,
beginning of the season.
uh, I think now one thing we can always say about TCL, the parity in the league is really, really good. I mean, in terms of every matchup's pretty close. No one's just miles ahead, right? I know we like to joke how, there's a taco and whatnot in the league sometimes, but I mean,
I mean, it's Andy.
mostly somebody's winning 10, 11 games. I don't think I remember. I have here offhand quickly 2021 standings. only one team won 10 games. 2022 standings, only two teams won 9 games. So, nobody's just running away with it. But yeah, Andy. Yeah, that was Andy. But Grant, talk about do more with less. He has 6 wins and with 1,500 points last year. So to wrap up the picks, I finished 4-6. You finished 6-4. You picked me. I picked me in my matchup with Tony. Tough break for Tony, but I won't give myself too much credit there. It was just a good week one start. Love to start the season with a first victory, especially after last year. I believe I started 0-5. So maybe I actually do know some things about fantasy football.
We'll see. Yeah, I also think you also pulled some bullshit on the letting us know about the injury stuff, after the draft. But yeah, we'll see. I think you're rigging it from behind the scenes, but see what happens.
Oh, okay. This is not my fault.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, I don't even know what you're describing. But are you talking about the IR slot, like having an IR slot?
IR slot. Yeah, I'm delirious. Sorry.
Oh, well, either way, we didn't make any changes after the draft. Everything's exactly the same. It's okay. So
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
gonna change
kidding. I'm
anything.
just giving you a hard time.
No, I know, but I'm taking it personal because it's late and I'm tired, and we recorded a whole episode before this. I promise to everyone that this is the most fair league you've been in. It's a perfectly fair league. Okay. So don't worry, guys. Everything's on the up and up. No, good job on the picks. So good start for you. As far as for the next person, we have what do you call it? We'll do another slate of NBA, NFL games as well as the TCL games. We'll talk a little bit about the TCL games coming up here in a minute, but let's go over the season awards. And I'll start off with last year first. So I have 5 awards. Two of them are nice awards that should be rewarded. 3 of them, we're just going to roast somebody. So let's start off with the, what did you call it? Victoria's Secret Bust of the Year.
Yeah.
And now
Biggest
this award
bust
goes to
brought to you by Victoria's Secret.
This is like a perfect award to hand out because, like I mentioned before, it doesn't have to be in the final, but when it's in the final, it's just like it's too perfect. You can't not pick it, right? So
it's a real handful, you could say.
it might take 2 hands even. The bust of the year goes to Nick for starting Carson Wentz in the final. Could have started Raheem Mostert, could have started DJ Moore. Either one would have gotten him the chip. So congratulations, Nick. You win the 2022 bust of the year. Add in some applause.
Woo!
All right, great.
Good job. I appreciate it, Nick.
Yeah, great job. Way to go. Now Aaron has won a championship this decade. Next award is the PetSmart Lucky Dog Award, or as you like to call it, the Three-Legged Dog Award. So shout out to all the three-legged dogs and cats out there. This one goes to Dirt.
And one-eyed.
Chris Dirt. And one-eyed. Shout out to the one-eyed especially. Derek scored 1636 points last year. This is the 3rd lowest, so he came in 9th in the league last year in terms of points. Didn't matter. 9 wins in a playoff appearance. So congratulations, Dirk. Even though he's not in the league this year, he represented himself well last year by auto drafting. What did we call this one? The X Video's Biggest Loser?
I don't remember what was the award.
Oh no, the biggest loser was a poor reference on my part to the late 2000s television show on NBC.
Uh,
But I like the X videos one better. Um,
it was. I think I
this one goes.
biggest. I don't remember what it was. Honestly, my bad.
No, no, don't worry. The biggest loser. This one goes to just somebody who you're just like, come on, man, what are we doing? Uh, Mike had 1,700 points, 1,785 to be exact. Sorry, second in scoring in the TCL last year. So really good job, honestly. Somehow missed the playoffs. And my favorite fact of this one, which is honestly it's kind of tough on everybody to like feel this, but you scored more points than both the finalists. So just overall tough break there, pal. But we love you, and hopefully, like I said earlier, you make the playoffs. But we'll see about that one.
What was that like soccer team that crashed a few years ago? I think that would be a good one for that one. The crash and burn.
Oh my gosh. Um, I think I'm gonna stick with Biggest Loser on that one. I don't know if I want to mention the soccer team that died in the Andes or whatever it was. All right, the next one is just most points, President's Trophy, as they call it in hockey. And this one goes to Tony, aka Busty Latinas, 1,825 points, number one in TCL. Had at the time the TCL record for most points in a single game with 177, I believe. But in week one of this year, we already had it broken. So,
A testament to you fixing some stuff behind the scenes. But no, I'm kidding. It's all week one's always.
yeah, I changed the scoring system at the very last minute. Yeah, no. So shout out to Tony. Great job. May your Latinas always be busty. All right, and finally, Aaron, the Manager of the Year award. Who could that possibly go to? Who could have had such a
Equipment
great
manager.
year last year? Yes, the water boy, everyone's favorite, everyone's favorite fantasy player, Aaron. You won the Manager of the Year award, 9 wins, a championship playoff run. I looked it up now, and you were actually fifth in scoring, so respectable, top half. And as we mentioned before, sometimes it's just about drafting the right players and getting a little luck and getting hot at the right time. So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, remember when Bobby Boucher walked in the halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? That's
All right, that's a good one. See, this is why we do a retake. That was good. No, nice. Yeah, congratulations. So that does it for the 2022 yearly awards. Let's quickly go through the weekly awards. We're making good time here. We're already 30 minutes in, so we're doing good. We even got a little time to bullshit around at the end.
nice.
All right, so weekly awards. Let's start with the Victoria's Secret Bench of the Week. And this one goes to Brees Hall and Nick's team. Brees Hall scored 15.7 points on Monday Night Football. If Nick had started him, he would have won by 1. So shout out to Nick for once again not only having the worst bust of last year, but already having
but also
the worst
overthinking it and sitting the wrong person.
So good start there. The next one is the X Videos Start of the Week. And this one goes to the person who started the team that he reached for and drafted in like the 10th round. But hey, if they're the number 2 player in fantasy on week 1, then is it really a reach? So this one goes to Taylor, who scored 40 points with the Dallas defense. So amazing job there. even though he did nothing but amazing job in drafting Dynasty, which I was definitely going to do. And I'm mad that you picked his defense in the 10th round.
Yeah. No one saw that one coming. I mean, 40 points, damn.
Yeah, that one was hard to be mad at, but I was kind of salty because I was like, it'd be me. Um, tough break for Taylor though is that even though his defense scored 40 points, he scored the manager. He played against the manager who had the number one player in fantasy last week, and that was Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill, 44. So manager of the week set a TCL record for single week scoring. It goes to Jory, 187 points last week. So shout out to you. That's probably the
New
peak of your
record.
season. So new record
And your
too.
life.
So that's the one. UT beat Alabama, which he was telling me that was going to happen. Scored the TCL record. Cowboys won.
Boys had a shutout on the Giants.
I would say, dare I say, he might say this is the happiest week of his life. Throwing that out there.
Good week.
He's got kids, but it's fine. This is better. Just kidding, George. He didn't say that. I said that.
I didn't know you had kids, my bad.
Recommendations you want to hand out?
Yeah. If I had one, I don't remember it at this point.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. So we did the season awards. Let's go and look at week 2. And I know we talked about this one already, but let's switch it up here. What do you think? What's your most intriguing matchup? I'll do one, then you do one. As far as next week's matchups go, I don't know if you have sleep up right now.
Honestly, yeah, I want fucking Nick and Mytion is my most interesting. It's Battle of the Juggernauts. Just two two people that are super into fucking stats and got a little bit of the tism. So one of them has to read louder than the other.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one should be pretty good. I hope that I don't know what's gonna happen if Nick loses that one, to be honest. Can you just imagine because we're all gonna be together, so it's like that's gonna happen.
He's gonna be pretty butthurt.
I gotta fucking go. No, I'm just kidding.
And if Denver loses, dude, he's gonna be like super in his field.
No, I think that one's like when it's like a very like Alabama versus Texas type of matchup, right? Like Maish is highly touted, but hasn't proven yet, and Nick was in the championship last year, but started off a little slow, and now if he loses, he's 0-2. So I don't know how many leagues Nick's been 0-2 in recent history, but I bet it's not very many. For me, I'm probably gonna go with Tony and Taylor for most intriguing, and that one's just two classic TCL teams. I know we mentioned this earlier, but Taylor's team name still don't really get. I believe it's now that I think about it, I think it is a little Spanish. Like I think it's like Puro Party, but maybe kind of making it a little like Puro Party. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then,
like he's from San Antonio.
But then we still got his hero G. So he's got to give two references there. But play Busted the Taylor.
Two references that not one person gets. Got it.
I'm just guessing. At this point, I have no idea. But Tony needs to win. Taylor needs to win. Neither one wants to start 0-2. As somebody who started 0-5 last year, like I mentioned, you don't want to do that. Okay. Any other matchups you want to call out from last week?
This week?
Or this week. Sorry, this week.
Oh, this week. I mean, yeah.
I think I see
I feel
one.
like we've gone over it all. Mine was mine was not good. Yeah, hopefully trying to get a running back this week, and probably gonna have to drop a QB, pick up a third, see what happens.
Yeah, there's luckily some good running backs to go get.
Brock's looking real pretty right now. We'll say that.
Oh yeah. Hey, well, if you need somebody, let me know. Yeah, in our matchup, I think it's going to be pretty close. That's the only one I was going to call out. I think you'll
Yeah.
probably set a good lineup, but I don't feel like my team really went all the way off. I don't know. I'll ask you this because I didn't ask you this last time. Is there somebody on your team who you actually feel really good about that you're like, okay, I just need this person. Like once they start getting going, like we'll be fine. Like I have somebody like that on my team, but let's roster bait a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, Devonta Smith, he had some fucking games where he went off towards the end of last season. I'm kind of hoping he gets some of that spotlight again and just really kind of, yeah, helps me out towards the latter half.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think Devontae could be a definite like make the next make the next leap. AJ Brown, it's hard to like think of him in that light because he plays next to AJ Brown and AJ Brown's so good. But like he's just as good. Like he won the Heisman, as like a wide receiver, which I don't even couldn't even tell you the last time somebody did that. So yeah, he's I think everybody like is like, oh, he's so like skinny, like he's gonna get hurt, like he's not gonna make it, but he's just like, yeah, well, I'm doing it, so
Yeah, pretty much.
he's like, okay, well, yeah, I like Devontae Smith a lot. I'm mad he went to the Eagles. I think for me, mine is actually another Alabama guy, Jameer Gibbs for the Lions. He only scored 8 points against the Chiefs, but he had like 9 touches. Like he really didn't get very much action, and it was against the Chiefs, so I'm hoping that it means he does better. But I really like him. If you watched his tape, he had 7 carries and 6 broken tackles. So pretty much every time he touched the ball, he was breaking the tackle. And he had a couple long runs. So I'm excited about him. But yeah, not a bad start for me. I know it was a little bit slower start for you, but at least it close to 100 points.
Yeah, I
And I
mean, everyone,
believe,
I feel like besides Tony, everyone, was pretty over 100.
yeah, your manager rating was a 95% accuracy. So you had 95% of your, or 96% of your available points. Um, so, I mean, not much, not much else you could have done, but you were just slightly behind me in terms of points for.
Yeah, my
Cool.
running
Well,
backs
yeah,
didn't have a strong showing, so I'm just hoping, yeah, this upcoming week maybe get some better looks there, kind of figure out that situation.
for sure. I was very curious how the wide receiver, like everybody picking wide receivers this year would turn out. I'm still kind of curious. I'm not exactly sure if that will be, um, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But I think running backs are still going to be just as important. Like football still pretty much played the same, right? So I guess we'll see there. But any parting thoughts as far as not necessarily parting thoughts, but anything else you want to talk about for the upcoming season? Anything you're excited about? Any shit talking you want to lay down or anything else?
One,
It's
boys
already
trip,
late,
gonna
so
go
you
hard next
should
weekend.
really lay down the gauntlet. Say again.
Gonna be, nothing but football and bros and beers. It's gonna be a good time. A lot of shit will be talked there. I'm gonna save it for that.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm excited for that as well. Excited for the season as well. So, um, I guess if you're good, then we can wrap up here. But this is fun. I think we will likely give you a redo with the earlier start time that actually works, just to make it right. But thanks for being a good trooper and sticking through it twice. So I'm not going to make you stay too much more. So thanks everybody for watching. Aaron, you get the final say. So you get to tell everybody goodbye.
Like the Eagles say, take it easy.
All right, bye everyone.